Alrighty guys, welcome. I'm going to turn the sound down just a little bit. We'll see if that's loud enough. Leave me a comment down below. They got really good music for this game, but I don't want it too loud, and I know I'm going to get copyright striked. So I probably won't be playing the music throughout this series, but at least in the first one we're going to try. So if we go into our options menus, I did change the shadows, the anti-lacing, and the visual effect quality. I did turn down the SFX and the music some from where it defaults to. Hopefully it's not too loud, and it kind of comes and goes. So hey Viper Dave, let me know if you can hear the music, if it's too loud. Right now it's kind of crescendoing down and out, but when it comes back up, let me know how the sound is, if the music is too loud or whatever. Right now the song is stopped, but yeah, right now it was crescendoing down, as we like to say in the old music business. Anyways, welcome to Fields of Glory Empires. This, my friends, is a super cool game. If you don't have Field of Glory's Empires, I would highly recommend you check it out. It's a turn-based game, I guess, similar to, say, Warhammer, or not Warhammer, what's it called? Oh gosh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, what are they called? I can see all the titles, I just can't think of the name of it. What's it called? It is similar to... Oh, now I'm going to have to go to Steam and think about this. What's it called? This is driving me crazy. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Total War. That's, God, I couldn't think of it. So if you're ever played, say, Total War Rome, it's very kind of similar-ish to that, in that you are basically in charge of a country, and obviously ancient country, and you're going to be building things and building units and trying to take over objectives, and it's just super good. But it's turn-based, which makes it super good. So you got plenty of time to think about what the hell you're doing. And there's like 70 different countries you can play. And they all have their advantages and disadvantages. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The music is now crescendoing back up there, Viper Dave. So we go into the scenarios there. You can see I actually have one of the expansion packs that's giving us an extra scenario there. But you can start the grand campaign at either 550 BCE or 310 BCE. I guess we're just going to go with the 550 BCE. And we're going to just leave it on balanced. That sounds like a good option. And now the music is stopped, so. The other thing is, if you own Fields of Glory from Fields of Glory, you can actually export your battles into Fields of Glory battle game. So it is a combination. You don't have to, but it's an option. So here's the grand campaign. You can see all over here is the list of available factions that you can play in the game. There are a bunch of major nations, there are remarkable factions, and there are other factions. Some of them start with multiple regions and some don't. Like, say, if we look at Persia here, Persia starts with 3 different regions, some military, and, kind of gives you an overview. Cool thing about this is it actually tells you up here in the corner the difficulty from 3 to 5 stars and how easy or hard it is to play, and then how interesting playing this faction is. From, again, 1 to 5 stars. 5 stars meaning it'll have great interest in what's going on in the world during this time period. It gives you a great context about the history of the civilization, what happened to it, how's it progressed, what happened to it as it progressed, and tells you any of the important information at the end of it. The other thing it does is gives you a nice gameplay kind of tip on what to do, how to think about making your country better, who might be easy people to take on, who might not be. And it gives you all the information about your different modifiers for your civilization. And so you can just go around the map and you can kind of like Elam here. So if we look at Elam, so the Elam capital Susa was sacked by the Assyrians in 646 BCE, but the nation managed to recover and took part in the final attack on the Assyrians in 612 BCE. After the fall of Assyrian, Elam retained some independence from Babylon, but was conquered by the Persians in 540 BCE. Susa became one of the major cities of the new empire. After this, Elam was a province of other empires. So you can see difficulty 5 out of 5, very tough, because they stand next to very powerful neighbors, Babylon and Persia. And Persia is going to expand out. They're already at war with Media, and Elam just happens to be a little speed bump in the way, as Persia will, if you click on Persia, you'll read, and Persia will become one of the major countries through history there. But it's cool that you can click on all these different locations. You can find out all the information. Again, this one, kind of difficult, but not of really high interest. It's just kind of off by itself. It doesn't do a lot. If we click on this guy out here, same thing. Not a lot of interest. Doesn't have too much, major history. And of course, there is all kinds of, here's Sparta here. And you can see the issue with Sparta is they start off next to some other very powerful Athens here, Sparta. You have Argos here. You have the Boeotian League. And all these are going to get, you don't have much room to expand other territories to take over because you've got very close neighbors. Like Macedonia here. The advantage with Macedonia is they got some areas they can expand out into to get some more resources and more territory. To get some nice, nice stable, bigger country to get more taxes and everything. Of course, you have Rome over here. Of course, very, very high interest, very difficult because it again is surrounded by, doesn't have much territory to expand other than by conquering enemies. You take something like this, for example, Begali. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's got only a difficulty of 3 and an interest of 4, so it's pretty interesting. It's Celtic. As with many Celtic tribes, the Begali can be traced back to the Celtic migration in the period after 600 BCE. For the period around 550 BCE, there's evidence that they held land in Britain, as well as the main territories in northwest Gaul. They became a large Celtic confederation and dominated northeast Gaul. Caesar's notes their courage and competence in battle, and there's evidence that they had started to conquer southern Britain before they, in turn, were overrun by the Romans. So they would be, there is some territory for us to expand into. We're not surrounded by neighbors. And, if we can get some territories up here to the north, maybe we can invade into Britain. So that's an option. There is, of course, Britannia, and all the provinces out here. Britannia. So difficulties only 3 of 5. Interest 4 out of 5. It's Celtic. The Bretonians were a loose confederation of tribes in southern and central Britain. The Begal may have invaded in the 2nd century BCE. Initial Rome invasions were partial and easily repelled, but by 74 CE, the Romans controlled southern Britain. A combination of Baltic Revolt, the Roman Civil War of 68-69 CE, and the massive Caledonian invasions slowed the conquest. But by the end of the 1st century CE, Britain was part of the Roman Empire. So obviously difficulty because eventually Rome is going to conquer all this territory and then head into Gaul and then set their sights up here. So, but again, if we get a good infrastructure going and we're able to unite the people up here, this could be an interesting start as well. Although we only have a combat power of 12 and 4 units, this guy over here has a combat power of 31 and 12 units, so we could be conquered by them because we don't have a very strong army. And if we try to take over these other territories, you can see they will defend with 8 units. So we obviously will have to spend a lot of time building up our military and preparing. We have Iberia up here. Medium difficulty, medium interest. Obviously, being out here on your island by yourself, it's just a matter of getting your forces together so you can conquer all these other territories. Then we have different locations out here in Spain. This is Iberia. Of course, you have Carthage. You have, let's see, who else do we have here? We have Egypt. Egypt could be obviously very powerful. If we look at our major nations, we have Persia, Athenia, Sparta, Lydia, Rome, Carthage, Macedonia, Syracuse, and Egypt. And then remarkable factions are Argos, Babylon, the Boeotian League, Etirski, Tartanium, Saba, Sarminium, Medidia, and Rhodes. So those are your remarkable factions. Cool thing is you can click on any of these names and it'll take you right to that place. So very difficult being right next to Sparta. Athens, you're just a little tiny province right here all by yourself. Babylon, Lots to deal with Babylon there. And of course, I believe this one, yep. Yeah, so you have Etrusky right here, right next to Rome. That could be a very interesting start because you know Rome is going to try to conquer you. Tarentum, where are you? Oh, right here on the end. Tarentum. 19 units, combat power of 19 with 8 units, not very strong units. We have Saba. Oh wow, that's way down here all by itself. Oh, it's interesting. It's got 3 stars, so it's not too difficult. In fact, all the countries I've clicked on, and I can't say that I've clicked on every single one, but every one that I've come and clicked on, like the least difficulty one I could find is 3 stars. So I don't even know if there's like a 2-star or 1-star. Everyone is at least 3 stars. So Saba, and it is 4 out of 5 interest as well. So let's read about this one because this, you know, is it something we might be interested in trying out? Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to. I think I've made up my decision. I think we're going to try to be this guy. Bellic. Balgaric. I think we got some territory to expand out. If we can eventually make our way to the shore over there. And they have pretty good interest, and eventually Rome is going to come up here and conquer all of these territories, so it'll be interesting to see how long we can survive. And this is our first playthrough, so we don't want to make it... What's this guy? Oh, he's 4 difficulty, so even more difficult. I just wanted to find like a kind of an easier difficulty level that was interesting for our first try, because I'm sure we're going to make lots of mistakes. We're going to do really bad. So even Carthage, one of the biggest 3 difficulty. Syracuse would be interesting, but they're going to be even more difficult. And for first play, the other country I was thinking about, where is it? The other country, because I was looking at this one over here by itself, Cyrene. It's 3 difficulty, so lowest that I can find, and it's 4 interest. And it's kind of out here by itself. There is some territory around it. Egypt obviously might try to expand out. But if we look at the gameplay, it says your initial region are decently productive and developed. And being Hellenic, you benefit from the extra buildings of this ethnicity. Expansion might be difficult with 2 powerful neighbors, Carthage and Egypt. So the Mediterranean islands might be a tempting target. So we got Egypt over here. We have Carthage over here. Carthage is going to come this way. Egypt is going to come this way. We're just a little peon in the road. So I'm thinking if we can grab a couple territories and then maybe come out here, take over a couple of these island territories. So if they wipe us out, so we get the Hellenic Tradition. You know what? Let's decide. Let's just decide. It's our first game. Yep, we're going to be these guys. Ready? Go. There you go. All right, Cyrene. Kyrene was established as a major trading port in North Africa. It managed to defeat a major Egyptian invasion in 570, but was conquered by the Persians in 490 BCE. It regained its independence as a republic in 460 BCE and sided with Sparta during the Peloponnesian Wars. By 322 BCE, the city had been conquered by Ptolemy as he established a new dynasty in Egypt. The period between 320 and 250 BCE saw a degree of independence from the Ptolemies, but this ended with the defeat of Magnus' invasion of Egypt in 250 BCE. It was then directly administered by the Ptolemies until it was bequeathed to Rome in 96 BCE. It became part of the Roman province in 74 BCE. Ethnic tension between the Hellenics and Jewish population saw revolts in 73 CE and 117 CE. The destruction caused by the second revolt was so substantial that new colonies had to be founded in the region to restore the population. So you can kind of read this and get the general sense of what's happened to your country. And gameplay, we just read this. Your initial region is decently productive and developed, and being Hellenic, you benefit from extra buildings of this ethnicity. Expansion might be difficult with two powerful neighbors, Carthage and Egypt, so the Mediterranean island might be a tempting target. All right. Many windows have the question button near the upper right corner that will take you to an explanation of the window and related gameplay concepts. You can find additional info by selecting tips from the options screen. For further details, please consult the game manual. After reading about an event of the current turn, click one of your regions to select it to get started. All right. Well, here we are. We're in the game. We're ready to go. We're ready to conquer everyone. Before we do that, we have a lot of stuff to really go over and look at and kind of analyze and see what's going on with our little population. So let's click on our little flag here. That'll bring up our military. You can see this little tiny 8. I wish this little tiny 8 was a little bit bigger, but it tells you that we have 8 units. Here's the 8 units we currently have. Each of these units have like a little card and some information about it. But basically we have 2 heavy chariots. They have a combat power of 8. They have 3 hits and their effectiveness is a 2. We have some citizen hoplites. Their infantry, their combat power is 3. We have some light cavalry, combat power 2. And some skirmishers. So that's our army. Our current general is Priam. Is an offensive rating of 1, a defensive rating of 0. He's excellent health and an age of 20, so he should stick around for a little while. If we click his little portrait, it'll actually bring up all of our available. Oh my gosh. And I believe these are random every single time. I believe everything in the game is random. I could be wrong, but it's my understanding that I believe that everything is random in the game. And maybe it's not everything, but I don't believe you have the same access to the same generals every time. But the generals are rated on their offensive strength and their defensive strength. 0 is just poor. He's not very good. Offensive strength is first, and then defensive strength is second. And they go from 0 to 2. 2 being the best. Well, we have a general, Herrero. Holy crap. Herrero is a 2-2. which means he is really, really good at both offensive and defensive. And he's only 19 years old. And, oops, I didn't mean to click him. Where is he? There he is. He also has, what's it? Is it control? He also has he's only 19, he's in excellent health. He's also relentless, which is like a special ability. And he also gives our units a movement bonus, +2 to the entire stack. And a defensive penalty of 1. Oh, because he's relentless. Oh, I get it. Okay. It's because he's relentless. He's chasing down the enemies. So we get a movement bonus of +2. So we definitely switched over, and you can see these little stars now. If we were to switch over to one of our other generals, which isn't very good. This guy is actually pretty good. He's a 1-1. But a 2-2 obviously is the best. So, yeah, we are definitely going to use Herero. That is cool. Like I said, I don't believe that is standard. Here's our flag and everything. All right. So that's our military. That's good to know. All right, let's look at our region. Now, if you're coming from games like Hearts Iron or Europa Universalis or anything like that, each one of these in that game is called a province. Well, that is not the case in this game. This game is each one of those is called a region. The province, and let's see if I can find the province. Here is the province. So you will see the color-coded provinces. So all of this green is one province. That's called Serenica. And then this other province here is called Saitika. So those regions are all part of that province. So when they talk about a province bonus and stuff, that is not, like I said, if you come from Europa Universalis 4, where each one of these is its own province, that's not the case in this game. This is a region or a territory. I forget what they call it, but it's not a province. So let's look at what we have. So we have a population 4. There are different class citizens. You have Hellenic citizen. You have Desertic citizens, and we have slaves. And think of each one of these populations gives you a certain bonus towards whatever area you put them in. So there's 4 different areas, as you can see. The top area here is for food and welfare of your citizens, is this top area. So you can see with the 3 people working it, we're going to have food. We're producing 15 food. We're gaining 9 food every turn. And, you know, we got plenty of bonuses. If I was to take, say, this guy and move him down here. Oops, click on him, bring him down here. You notice we're only getting 5 extra food each turn. So the top section or top row is food and your general welfare of your citizens. The second row down is your infrastructure and your core assets. So you can see here infrastructure. Think of it as like your production, how much you're going to be able to produce. You can see if I move this guy back, move him back up there, you see we're actually losing 2 infrastructure points a turn. And just like any game of this genre, if you just mouse over things, it'll give you like a breakdown and explain why we're losing things. Why are we losing? Well, we got a base infrastructure production of 5, which is each one of these people give us 5. So you can see each one of these people give us 5. 5 times 3 is 15. That's where our food comes. So 5 production from this one person there. But we're losing 7 in our infrastructure upkeep. So that's where we get the -2. So where's our infrastructure upkeep? Well, that's all these other buildings and stuff we'll get to in a minute. So remember, top row is food and your well-being of your citizens. Your second row is your infrastructure and your core buildings. Your third one down is your economy and your money. So you can see here, we actually have no citizens working this territory. But because we have several buildings, we are getting bonuses from them. And we're actually gaining 6 gold from our general area. We also have... So our money income is 10. We're getting 10 from structures. We're getting 30% increase because of our national modifiers. So that's going to take us obviously to 13. Then we're imports and missing resource costs are 9. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Taxes are generating us 2, so our overall 13 minus 9 is what? That would be 4 plus 2 in taxes is 6. Yep. So everything, pretty much evens out. And then your bottom row is our culture and decadence and our what's it called? Loyalty, which is kind of an interesting concept that this game has. Makes it kind of interesting. And to show that, I'm going to click on our little country flag up here at the top. It's legacy, that's right. So you have decadence and you have legacy. So every turn the game happens, it's going to register your decadence and your legacy. And if you fall into certain regions, if you have really low decadence and really high legacy, then you're going to fall into a high group. And if you're got real high decadence and low legacy, you'll have to see when we get. I don't think I can show it to you right now. So we are an established elective city-state. This is our leader, and it shows us what capabilities our leader actually has. So our leader is Alexamini. Sounds pretty good. He's 24. He's very good health. We have superior military. This ruler is a military genius surrounded by skilled and numerous generals with an effective war machine. Nothing can stop him short of a strong alliance or powerful empire. He is one of the greatest in the image of Alexander the Great. So leader force pool +4, reduction of 50% on experience needed for level up, so our units will level up much faster. Military expertise bonus 100% and improved army logistics +2, which means they won't use as much supplies. And then he is benevolent. This ruler is attracted to the development of his realm and the people who lives there. So we get a 12% food bonus and a loyalty bonus of 5 from all of our citizens. So when I actually clicked on our flag here to go to our military, I was a little bit surprised when we clicked on our generals to see a list this long, because normally you only have access to 2. I believe it's 2 by default. Because of our because of our ruler, we get a bonus of 4 more guys that they randomly roll for us. That's why I believe all these are random. So, yeah. And one of the random rolls was this Rio, guy, which is a 2/2 with that relentless ability, which is really, really good. So before you start jumping in and just start doing things, I think you got to spend some time kind of going over what's going on in your country. Here's all of our modifiers. So we're a city-state, so we're going to get a commerce bonus of 10. We have elected government, so we're going to have a decadence gained reduced by 20%, which should hopefully help us out. And a penalty of 5 XP when a unit is created. We got the Hellenic Tradition. Alright, so these people are a particular skill of construction and building. From its ancient Hellenic roots, being part of the army was often restricted to citizens. In addition to this, all the nation gets 9 extra buildings thematic to the Hellenic ethnicity. These buildings are mostly focused on generating extra culture or legacy and fighting off decadence, allowing a possible gameplay style where you can win without having to forge a large empire in the map. So we get a culture bonus of 15%, a commerce bonus of 10%, but with a manpower penalty of 25%. So we're not going to have a huge army, even though we're really, really good at it. Good lord. We're also traders, which give us a commerce bonus of 10, and low military expertise. So that actually, leader force pool penalty of 1, leader quality penalty of 3, and a penalty of 10 XP when a unit is created. Alright, so resources, if we look it up here at the top, you have income, obviously money, you have manpower, so this is how many available citizens you have to build units. You have metal, which are required to build certain military units, and then you have legacy. And this is what is going to get, it's going to be a measure of your success or failure will be judged at the end of the game based on your legacy points you earn. So how well you do in the game is based upon the legacy points you can generate by doing things that generate legacy. Right? And then regional decisions. I don't know what that is. Alright, so you can see here this gives you an overview of our area. I believe this area, yes, this region is called Sinaiaca. It's also in the Sinaiaca region. So this region is called Sinaiaca, but it's also in the province, as we looked at earlier, in the green. And when you own a certain amount of provinces, if you own the majority of the provinces, if you own the majority of the regions in a province, then you get a bonus. Alright, let's see what we got here. We have combat power of 31, 8 units. We have a super good general. Right. Alright, so let's look at the buildings we actually have. So we have a harbor. So that's going to enter oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's look at our trade. There we go. Here's our trade. So we got the natural, let's bring up, actually, let's do it this way because I think this will show you a little bit easier. Supply, which one is the trade? Here's the trade. All right. So every region in the game, or most regions in the game, have some kind of resource that you can use when you take control of that territory. Our home region, uses drugs and herbs. So We're a bunch of hippies. Seafaring hippies, I guess. But when you go to trade, you can see here we're actually missing a resource, right? We're missing a resource that we need to build, or not to build, to supply one of our buildings. So the missing resource is hemp. We're missing hemp. And the reason we need this is because we have a harbor. So you can see our harbor here. We build a harbor and we get the resource, but we get the resource because we're importing that resource, and that resource is costing us 9 money every turn. So if we could find another way by either finding a territory close to us that has hemp. Oops, I did not mean to close that, but food. No, not food. Wait a minute. Trade good. Yeah, there we go. So this region actually right here, oddly enough, and again, I believe this is all randomly determined every time. I believe. I'm certainly not an expert at this game. I've watched some people play it, and I've kind of dabbled a little bit here and there, just to try. Oh, here's another. Oh no, that's dates. So you can see we have a lot of dates. There's salt over there. There's flax. There's coral. But for us, like, if we're looking to expand into our, which territory would, where should we expand into? Well, this region here gives us drugs and herbs, and it gives us hemp. And if we look at this, if we take over this territory, not only would we be able to become better and stronger because we'll have more territory, but it would then satisfy our need for hemp, which means we would need to spend 9 gold to import it all the time. Now, there are other trading in this game is very involved. There's lots of different, if I zoom out, you can see there's tons and tons of different kinds of, nuts and seeds and iron and flax and furs and marble and coal and wine and silk, gold. There's just lots and lots and lots and lots. And you can see we are trading away our drugs and herbs. If we were to able to get things that kind of work with our drugs and herbs, we can actually make more money on it. We're not missing out on anything other than like the bonus. So like luxury, right? So if we could do this, we could generate luxury if we could provide a jewelry shop, a Midas territory, or a Coropallathus. Yeah, something like that. Here is perfumes, and here is ceramics. So obviously, yeah, if we could get those, that would be of good resource to us. What is this? Frankincense. Frankincense. All right, so that's kind of an overview of, yeah, I'm thinking this territory right off the bat. It's only got a 1 population. It's Hellenic independent. So, there's just people living there. Little tribes and little villages and stuff. They're not organized into a civilization. They're kind of just out there by themselves. So they would defend with 4 units. We have 8 units. But we have a super good unit. I have a super good leader. What else do we need to do? Right, so we got our armor. We also have a slave market. So, slave market gives us 7 money and increases our decadence by 0.30 and requires 3 population or more. And can gather and sell slaves. It's a tier 1 commerce building. All right. Let's see what market buildings we actually can construct. I believe, again, I'm going to say this, I believe that these are all randomly generated again. So it'll give you a food and health, which again is the one that goes up here at the top. Then a infrastructure and a core building would be the second line down. And then wealth is the third line down, and that would go with this building. So if I wanted to produce this building, I know it would go here. It would go into this line. So how many buildings can we actually build? Well, you have a population of 4. We will actually grow in 3 turns if we leave everything the way it is. Obviously, if we move this guy down here to get more infrastructure, our growth isn't going to go until 5 turns. We would get another population at that point. But we would be able to produce a building much quicker, much faster, because we got people working in that. And actually, I'm going to switch. Oops. I like to keep my slaves up at the top and my other citizens working the more important buildings. So we have a vineyard. So this would give us 6 food. Again, it would cost us an infrastructure point, right? This one gives us a smokehouse. What else does this give us? It produces wine. So we don't really need wine. But this could lead to other things. You can see over there at the right side. It tells us also produces wine, which is used by taverns and palaces. It's a tier 1 building. And then once you build the vineyard, it opens up some other structures. The shepherd house, the ranch, the oil mill, the flax field, the stud, the farm, and the hemp field. Our second choice could be the smokehouse, which would give us... Oh, what does this actually give us? This gives us just a flat 6 food. Oh, before we even look at that, we have to decide, can we even build a building? And I believe the answer is no. You can only have 1 building for every citizen you have in your region. Or each population. It doesn't have to be a citizen. So we have 4 population. We actually have 4 buildings. Now some buildings don't take up a spot, but they would be outlined in green, or the green border, if they didn't take a spot. So there's somewhere that actually tells you how many buildings. Oh, here it is, right here. So building slots. We have 3 of 4. Interesting. Why do we not? This one is outlined in gray. I wonder what that does that mean. So this is giving us a total income of 12 culture per turn. So missing bonus of 5 culture if we could get ceramics, or if we can get luxury. Ceramics or luxury, we would get an extra 5 because we own this building. It also gives us some garrisons. We get this, I believe, because we're this Sarenica. I believe that's why we get this, because we're Hellenic. I believe. If we go back in and look at our national modifiers. Maybe that's... Yeah, see, we have 9 extra buildings thematic just to our Hellenic ethnicity. Boy, that word is hard. So we have access to 9 buildings that other civilizations won't because we're Hellenic. Now they will probably have access to other ones that we don't have access to because they're Celtic or they're, you know, Asian or whatever. What else can we look at in here? I think that's everything. So looks like we technically can. Where did I find that? There it is. Current and maximum number of buildings in this region can support. Usually 1 slot per population is granted. A few buildings do not cost a slot. Green frame, but I do not see a green frame. I see a gray frame. Maybe this building is built, but it's not because we don't have a population of 6 or more. This building is not. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Requires 6 population or more. I wonder if this building has the gray border because we don't have the 6 population yet. So it's built, but we don't get to use it. And that's why we have a free spot open. Anyways, if we have a free spot open, let's look and see. So infrastructure, you can see, obviously the more people we put up here, the faster we grow, the more food we have, which would be good. But you see our infrastructure is lacking. So getting some infrastructure would be good. So we can get the wheel maker. It would give us 5 points of infrastructure, and we would get a bonus of 5 more points if we had a lumber. We don't have lumber. Requires 3 or more population. We'll unlock the Kyrian war chariot. So there's a unit we can actually get if we build the wheel maker. Let's go back to our military here. Oh, that's under. We'll get to our military. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to see, right? There's a lot to really go over. That's why this game is really good. But if you don't own this game, I don't know what's wrong with you. So here is our units. We have war chariots, we have citizen hoplites, we have light cavalry, we have skirmishers, we got our really good general. We got our combat power of 31. We only use 4, and we have a movement speed of 4 because we have that general that gives us a movement bonus of 2. So normally you can only move at a speed of 2. And this is important because when you mouse over territory to move, let's actually click back on a region, right? So you can click over and see each territory, and this is a arid hill. It costs 3 movement points to go into there. So if we didn't have the bonus movement, it would actually take us 2 turns to move into this area. So you can see why I was so gung-ho about switching generals, because this guy is amazing. To find a general that's 2/2 and gives you a bonus, wow. So that movement bonus is huge. Like I said, to move into this would normally cost 3. So if, for example, we were trying to move into this territory, you can see it's going to cost us. You can see 1 turn, 2 turns. You can see the 1 and 2 along our green lines. But if we didn't have that bonus, let's switch him out, and we'll just put this guy back in. You can. What is your? Land cost of 3. Movement speed of 4. We must be getting some other. To tell us how we're getting a movement speed of 4. Anywho. Yeah, we'll come back to him. All right. So let's look at our buildings here. So much to do. I get, right? So infrastructure, giving us more infrastructure. It will take us how long to build this, right? We can actually click on it. Oh, it's only going to take us one turn. It's only going to take us one turn to build this. We also can get the training grounds. You see it costs us a lot of money and some infrastructure points. And we need flax to build it. Yeah, that would not be a probably good choice. Fishery produces fish, obviously. Give us some food. And if we had sales, we would get 5 money from it. And last but not least, a monument. Gives us 11 culture. Wow, that's a really good. And our decadence increase is 0.25. And this is that one that has the green or the gray, the green border around it. Not the gray. I can read. It's green. So you can see it right there. It costs us 0 slots. So we can build this. And that doesn't take up one of our important slots. I think if we go to build, this is going to take us some money, and I'm not really keen on that idea. Oh, right. So this will unlock the Carian war chariots, right? So that's where right. So if we go back into military, here's all of our different units that we can make. Some of these might be specific just to our race. We can actually get some white warships. These are all mercenaries. There's the war chariots. You can see we cannot build that unit yet because we don't have the wheel maker. Korean war chariots. That makes, oops. It makes me wonder. Makes me wonder. Which building do we want to get? Because once we build it, that will be 4 of 4, so we won't be able to get another building until we grow. But if we built a food building, that would help us grow even faster, so we could build more buildings. Well, I think we are just gonna suck it up, Buttercup. We're gonna go with the wheel maker. Yep. More infrastructure, more better. So let's get this down here. Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? Wait a minute. Oh, thanks. Is it any better?
Oh.
Yeah, same.
Still hurts.
It might hurt, but it's fine. So yeah, I was thinking. You're welcome. I was thinking it was going to take one turn, but this is the little one at the bottom is the level of the unit. It's actually going to take 65 turns to make this, because we're only gaining 1 infrastructure per turn. So each turn in this game is 1 year. So it would take us 65 years to make the Wheelmaker. Unless, of course, we were able to put more guys down here, right? And the only way to put more guys down here is to have enough food where we're not losing food. Let's see, that's 11 turns. We're not gaining any food. We're not losing any food. We have 15 food in our stockpile, so that's like supply food. Food for supplies for our armies and stuff. I hate to... Wow. Well, we can't wait 65 turns. That is for sure. I guess... if we do the Vineyard... Oh, that's going to take just as long. You know, we might put all of our guys on the Vineyard. It's going to take 5 turns. We'll lose... 9 turns. We can still make it 9 turns. Boy, that's a long time to wait. Okay, well. Alright, let's get to it. I guess we're going to move this guy over here. Oops, wrong button. He's going to head over there. We're going to try and take this territory out. We might get killed right off the bat, and... let's go to the population. Light green color. So this is low population. Bright green is average. Light orange is high, and red is very high. So, yeah, mostly down in Africa and the Middle East is mostly light green color. A few average populations there. But this is all low population stuff here. What else do we need to look at? Is there anything else? Diplomacy, we can get to that later. Let's... Oh, I know what else we can do. We can look at building a unit. How much does it cost us to build a unit? How long is it going to take us? Do we have enough manpower? You can see to build a citizen hoplite, it's going to take us 20 manpower. It will take us 15 money. Or how much money? No, it costs us 35 money. Skirmisher. It's only going to take us 3 turns to get another skirmisher. I think that's okay. All right, well, let's advance the turn so we can show you what we're talking about here with our... Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything. Oh, whoa, we got a battle going on here. So this is the Scorched Steppes frontage is 10. We haven't really talked about that. They have a combat unit of combat power of 13. They only have 3 units. Oh, they have 2 units though. They have 2 units here. Oh my gosh, we are, yep, okay. 8 units versus their 4. So we can either view the battle, we can view reports, we can skip it, we can view the battle. And so here's our units. This is the enemy units, and it'll automatically arrange them with the trying to get as much frontage. You can see that this territory was the steppes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like it's 10 wide. Some areas are only 8 wide, some are 10, some are 14, depending on the terrain. And if, say, this is only, say, 6 wide, then some of our units would be in the back. But because we have enough units, we can try to flank around these guys. And everything's done automatically, but I'm going to show you what happens. So we have the range phase first. So our range units will shoot. We tired one of them and we exhausted another one. All right. Next. Now, this is why our leader is so good. They don't have a leader. They just have a bunch of units. Our leader, Herrero, however you want to say it, we're going to call him Hero because he's going to be our hero. He's going to be our next. We're just going to put this guy in charge of the country, I think. But his offensive rating is a 2 and his defensive rating is 2, so it doesn't matter if we are attacking or defending. The 2 is how many extra bonus dice you get to roll. So you can see both sides get an automatic 1 10-sided dice. And because our leader is a 2, we get to throw 2 extra dice. And so we're going to roll 3 dice, and we're going to take the best result. The enemy only gets to get 1 dice because they don't have a leader. And they're going to have to take that result, and they're going to add their combat strength. We're going to add our combat strength to whatever we roll and look at the difference between them. So let's see what happens. So we have our Citizen Hoplite against a Citizen Hoplite, very equal unit. There's not much different other than we have some Alright, so because our hero, or Herrero, using defensive rating, combat rating of 4, we get -1 because our leader is relentless. But we get +1 for terrain difference. So a total of 4. So we get a -1 +1. He gets just no bonuses. So we get a -1 and +1. Let's see what happens. So we rolled a, well, this is our base stat, combat rating. This is their combat rating. They rolled a 1. We rolled a 9 and a 2 and a 2. And obviously we decided to take the 9. +4 is 13. They took their 3 and 1 and got a 4. That's a difference of 9, which means we just completely wiped out his unit. Let's go to the next one. Same thing. 14 versus 8. So they might end up doing a little bit of fatigue on us or something like that, but didn't matter. We rolled a 10, an 8, and a 2. They rolled a 6. Pretty good, but not good enough. All right, next we have the Cameler versus the Hoplite. Wow. They rolled a 10, a 6, and a 9. They rolled a 4. Once again, we wiped them out. Oh, that was a close battle. So we didn't wipe those guys out because it was within 1. I believe if it's within 1 or 2 points, they will take some effectiveness loss, but they won't get destroyed. But because we have skirmishers that don't have anyone to oppose them, our skirmishers can now shoot at these guys and help finish them off. And we won the battle. Yay! We're 1 for 1. Here's our overview. These are all our units. It would tell you in the corner if they took any. It would go from like green to yellow to orange to red, I think are the colors that it goes through. So you can see this is now part of our territories. Oh, we have to wait for the rest of the turn to go. All right. So the rest of the turn went. So this is the decadence and legacy that I was talking about. So those countries at the very top in green, no, I'm sorry, all the way down to 31. No, I am right. It's just the top 17. The top 17 countries based on culture and decadence. And you can see some of them went up a whole bunch. So Sparta went up 30 points. Babylon went up 45 points. Argos went up 42 points. Some dropped down. Oh, this is not points. This is spots. So Sparta went up 30 points. Maybe they built a culture building. Maybe they did something to remove their decadence or whatever. Anyways, the top 17 people are in good culture decadence rankings. And if you are part of this group, you have a percentage chance that you will get a progress token to becoming a enlightened civilization. And you can see all the countries that earn that token. Then you have the ones in the middle from 18 to 34. They don't earn a progress token. They are kind of in the middle. And then you can see from 35 to 52. These are cultures in decline and what they call aging tokens. You have a chance to earn an aging token, which you can see that we actually did. We earned an aging token. When you earn 5 of these, I believe it's 5, when you earn 5 aging tokens, your country, your civilization, not your country, your civilization goes backwards into basically into decline. So those countries on the top third, they can get enlightened. Countries in the middle don't go either up or down. They don't get a progress token, but they don't earn an aging token. And the countries in the bottom that earn the aging tokens, their culture is going into decline. And you notice we are literally at the very bottom. I can't go any worse. Oh my God. Legacy. Wow. Egypt, Babylon, Athena, Sparta, Lydia, Etristus, Medea. They all earned a lot of legacy points. We earned 2. We're 11th. We are the 11th best country out of all these. That's That's something to write home about. You can see up here in our legacy, we earn 2 points. We're earning 2 every turn. For the rest of the game, well, I think we'll earn 2 unless we change that. So that is, yes, so you don't want to ever be in decline. You can see we lost 41 spots. 41 spots. So we were 52. We lost a lot of culture and decadence rating. What happened? Yes, our country has started regressing. Axamani, the culture of our nation is much too humble for your grandiose schemes. Sayani, civilization is regressing. Yes, because we earned that bad token. Alright, civilization level 2, Hellenic, crumbling, bottom tier tokens, -1, 35% chance to retrieve, so there you go. We have a 35% chance to receive an aging token, which we did. We're falling mightily behind Egypt. We have no wars, no allies. Our army strength is stable in 31. We are expanding. We are expanding our citizens and slaves. We've gained 8% money in 1 turn. Our manpower is overflowing. We gained 26% in 1 turn. And our metal is stable. I don't know why we ranked so bad when we did so many good things. So, if we click back on our little thing here, we go back to the little trade menu. You notice we still don't have the hemp, and even though so we have a token here that tells us that our Sonia has been added to our nation. We took it as part of the grip of Hellenic independence. A battle has been fought in our Sonia between Hellenic independence and Cyrene. Yes, we know. All right, let's see what this says. Yep, we know that. We know that. All right. So this is the country, or the region of Arsoni. Now, Arsoni only has 1 citizen. They only have 1 building, which is polluted water. That's not really a great thing to have, to be honest. It gives us dysentery and diarrhea. A food penalty is small. Health penalty is large. We're going to have to really work to get these guys up to shape. I wonder... They're actually losing food. But that's because they're under pacification. This region are under pacification, and even if the people there start to accept the new ruler, disorganization is still affected heavily on the land, towns, and cities. We could try to take over another territory. The one thing I was a little surprised is it didn't ask us if we wanted to export into Fields of Glory, which I'm wondering now. Come on. A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah, I have Fields of Glory. I have Fields of Glory too. I'm surprised it didn't ask us if we wanted to export our battle, which is... I don't see an option for that. We'll have to look next time we get into another battle. But you can see our units here are in an area that are not giving us enough food. So food 3, they have no stockpile. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go in there. Why not? This is just a test game to see how well we can screw things up and learn as we play. What's this? Yes, we received an aging token. We know. Yeah. Our food went down from 15 to 11. We got no growth, right? You know what I'm going to do? We're actually going to we're going to grow, and then the extra guy we can put down here, which will speed this up. Okay, that's what we'll do. All right, what else do we need to do? Yeah, I don't know. So we should have access to the hemp once this becomes pacified with us. Which will take a little while because they're in really bad shape. Really bad shape. They're not growing at all. We can't build anything. We're in a very poor territory of the world. Not many people, not many resources. Alright, we're going to go in here because I want to try another battle here and see if we can export it into... You can export any field battle to Fields of Glory to resolve it using the system. In the case, the fog of water battle will stop once side is broken and the final stage. Okay. Well, how do you do that, dude? Oh. We want... Oh, come on. They killed one of our units? Boy. They had light warrior that killed one of our hoplite units. Oh, jeez, come on. Now this guy's part of our... Oh, we gotta wait for the rest of the... When you have one of your armies selected, right-click on a region on an army and make a move towards it. You can continue right-clicking on other regions to create a specific route. So, yep, we gained another 2 legacy, and we didn't get another token, but notice Magistrate does have 2 tokens. You can see some of these: Sparta with 2 tokens, Saba with 2 tokens, Byzantine with 2 tokens, Carthage with 2. Yes. So we conquered this territory. Oh, our leader suggests we go over here. It's going to defend with 8 units. Okay. We'll keep that in mind. An unknown disease struck the region of Cyronica. Oh boy. That is our home. Probably because of this place over here that's giving us all kinds of dysentery and diarrhea and food penalties. And is there a way to get rid of this? Has a chance to remove each turn with the presence of a well, irrigation system, or irrigated canals. Can be removed using the prospect for resources regional decision. Oh, you know what? We forgot to click on regional decisions. Federate barbarians. Target a region owned by a tribe which is not hostile to you. Some of their population will join an adjacent region of your realm, and with some luck, some of their warriors will do likewise. Forge the land. Prospect for resources. Region must have a total population count between 1 and 30. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Can you only have 7 units now. Boy, that was great. We're gonna just send the boys back home for a turn and let them rest. How is our buildings coming along here? Growth in 5 turns. Really? Has it been? Oh, this region. Region is affected by plague and health of population was devastated. Of course it was. Ugh. Let's oh, he'll be ready next turn. So he'll go back, meet up with these guys, and we'll get that unit back. Damn. Hey, we're still at the bottom, and now we've got 2 aging tokens. Wow. We're still 11th best in Legacy. Oh, great. Several signs tell us the next few months will be particularly harsh for men and crops. Serene has received an aging token and is now starting at -2 aging. You received a new regional decision. Recruit local units. Okay. In the region of, okay, so one of the ways you can actually remove those bad tokens are by conquering I want to merge. All right, go over there then. Oops. The reign of Alamini Dearness has declared a new objective. Let's see what kind of problems we can run into over here. All right, what's this? This has got Savage Hillsmen. We would like your freaking... We would like your hemp, please, is what we would like. That's why we conquered you. Right? So if we go back to trade... Oh, that's not trade. Let's go back to trade. Oh, there we go. So, hemp. We now have hemp. You notice it moved up from missing trade good to imported trade good. It's only costing us trade value 4 money. Trading cost 2 money. Imported from Arsenio. Is that this region right there? No, that's a good question. How are we getting this now? How are we doing this, boys? Let's see. How are you doing this? Imported from... Okay. Yeah, Serini. So, yeah, we own this now because it's part of our territory. Alright, you, what are you doing? Come over here. Let's see what we can do. I want to try to get one into Fields of Glory. Can export any field battle to field and resolve it using the system. Yeah, how? We've tried view battle, we've tried view reports. Am I missing it somewhere? We've got much more. What if I skip? If I skip it, we're not going to fight it then? Is that what's going to happen? Oh, it just auto happened. Okay. We didn't even have to... Alright, so you notice we had 2 of those little tokens. We lost one because we took over that territory that was requested of us. So we're only down to 1 now, but we're still the last place civilization in the game. Ah, that's so funny. We have 9 legacy points. We're number 11, really. So, oh, and now they want us to take over this territory so we can get rid of that other one. That would be good. All right, so this has polluted water as well. It's losing food. Can't do anything with it. Okay, we received a new regional decision. Bolster colony. Bolster a border region not having more than 5 population, provided it is adjacent to the tribe. Target region will receive 2 population points. Yeah, okay. Very hardy to kickstart a region of potential importance. Alright, how about this one right here? We're going to give them guys a little boost. And maybe we can get rid of their nonsense. Yep, alright, we did that. Cool. Well, boys. We're going back into the air and land. I bet you they're 8 units. They're going to... This is probably a pretty big fight then. So let's see. Let's take a look at the rest of the world and see how the rest of the world is doing before we... Egypt, Babylon, Medina. Look at, I don't think they had all that territory. Good Lord. Did they? Ooh. Persia. Wow, Persia did some things. And it looks like Persia is doing something with Medina here as well. Sparta is taking over 2 territories, or 1 territory. This guy is taking over territory. And this guy is Thracia. Rome. Let's check out Rome. So Rome just has 2 territories now. Gallic. He's got 2. This guy looks like he expanded out a little bit. I don't see Carthage doing much. Alright. I think we're doing more than anybody else. Alright, let's go to another... wait a minute. Do we have... Still 3 turns. What are we waiting on? We got plenty of food. We got 29 stockpile. So if we take... come on, let's get that population. We need one more dude so we can get this infrastructure built. Alright, well, let's see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? I am trying to find if there is a way I don't see a button that says export. We tried skip, we tried view report, we tried view battle, and maybe you have to go in here. Well, that kind of sucks. Range phase. We got a couple tired units, but we exhausted a couple of them. This is going to be probably little bit tougher battle. Yeah, they got actually units that are better than us. So we have to roll good. Oh, it's a tie. Stalemate right off the bat. Oh, they beat us. Look at that. Look at that roll. Good lord. Oh, they're gonna kill us. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get rid of these guys. Oh my god, they're gonna kill our unit. Stalemate again. They rolled. Oh my gosh. Battle ended in a draw. Yeah. Oh, we killed 2 of him. We should win. We should win. Come on, Heroa. Kill these guys. We exhausted 2 and tired 1. We only had 1 tire. That should help. Damn. Alright, kill these guys. There you go. There you go. Come on. Alright. Oh, that's going to be close to a stalemate. Close to a stalemate. Wow. Pursuit. Let's pursue that. There we go. Now we should win it. That was a pretty tough battle, though. We're going to have to lick our wounds. But that should clear out... Yeah, we cleared out both of our... Oh, look at Medina. He's got 4 already. So you can see Dia actually has a progress token. He dropped all the way down from the top, down in the middle region. We've had some people that had been in the bottom go up into the middle as well. So how can we be in the, like, how can we choose, like, randomly choose? How can we, like, randomly choose at the beginning of the game, oh, this one looks good, let's play this guy, and, like, literally he is on the bottom of the totem pole. Alright, it's been added to our nation, yes. Oh no, what do they have? They have... Again, no growth. We can't build anything until they get more growth. They were just conquered. Let's give them a little bit. Now let's go back to... So these guys now, hopefully a little bit better. Pacified now, a little bit better. We're getting some money from them. That's nice. Food's still a problem. Ugh. Yeah, but we don't have any infrastructure to actually build that. Now they want us to come over here. Now he's going to defend with 8 units. Yeah, I'm going to send our guys back home. couple of them are wounded. Some of them have very low effectiveness as well. Well, we've taken some of the surrounding provinces, or regions, sorry, not provinces, regions. Look at the provinces, yeah. So we own 3 of the 5, so when we took over that, that's why we got that regional. We can build a harbor, foraging the land. Will restore 1 effectiveness to troops having none left. Trade, implement trade. Yeah, that just makes our units. You will get 2 prudential units even if there is no formed province there. Oh, that would be to get. Nah, I don't. Do we want to build a harbor here? Sure, why not? What do we know? That sounds like a plan. It's a plan. Yes, so this was rather difficult. Growth in 1 turn. Alright, we're going to play 2 more turns then, because I want to see this thing get completed before we die of old age. Hey, look at us. We're not in the bottom anymore. Yes! Skythena. Skythena is the lowest. I wonder if we can find out where they are. Skythena. Skythena. Where the hell would Skythena be? Could be anywhere. Yeah, this is Babylon, Medina. That's why Elam is so hard to play. You got these massive places. There's Skythena, right there. They're the worst of the worst. And we're gonna damn well make sure everyone knows they're the worst of the worst. Not much going up here yet, which I'm surprised. Maybe we should have waited a little bit longer. You see, we got 3 territories that if we take over. Let's look at our army and see how. Yeah, these guys are much better, but more effective now. He's only got effectiveness of 1 of 2. What is this? We're making tons of money. We got an okay population. I think it's time to maybe work on getting another unit here. Let's get a citizen. 2 turns. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see. You are still doing nothing for us. You are still doing nothing for us. Supported by a local priest, some people are fomenting trouble in the region. What? Yes. They are looking to maybe revolt against us. Well, they were just conquered, so we should give them a turn or two. We're going to let our army rest another turn. Just trying to see if that is... Oh. We got a dude there standing there. Oh my god, we're moving up the ladder. Look at us go. Damn. Look at us go. We're now 49th. Oh, we got another token though. Yep, it's going to give us a message. Alright, so what is this? Is this... This is part of us. Movement penalty. Ugh. He's a 1-1. He's the best we got. He's 28. Alright, what do we have here? Cyrene is developed his colony of Arsino using workforce from a local tribe. Okay, dear leader, thanks. So we can actually pick up a couple dudes on the way, it looks like. I got a combat power of 6. What's this area? Actually, what I want to do is... Alright, Shepherd's House. So now they've got food. Grow in 14 turns. We have a population of 3, which means we can now build, if we had... wells, irrigation. Well, let's see what we have here. We have orchard. Ooh, we would get a bonus of 5 extra food from the dates. Yeah, we're going to build that. If we could move you up there. Uh, 9 turns. To get another citizen. No, did we get a citizen over here? We did get another citizen. There we go. There we go. Finally got that other citizen, which now allows us to leave just 2 guys and food. We still have plenty of food. We can finally build the vineyard, which will give us even more food, which means we can move more guys into doing things like money or pleasures. Okay, so those 2 are finally coming along. What about you? You're just being non-helpful. You're still being non-helpful. You're still... We're making 30 money. 31. A little bit of manpower. Yeah, if we get a couple more of these desert, right? Desert. Not going to turn into anything super great anyways. So the question is, do we go after this one or maybe this one? Well, let's move our army down here. We'll then decide once we move down there. Maybe we can be 40. Oh, did this guy just pop up? Shit. Oh, we're now worst again. God bless it. What happened? Scythenia went to 3 tokens. Alright. We're still at 1 token. That's alright. I want you to get over there. I want you guys to merge. And just hang out for this other guy to show up. Just trying to go through a couple more turns. Hey, we're no longer in the bottom. Scythenia is worse than us. Alright, now let's merge. There. Alright, you come down there. You still getting food, growing, yep. You're doing nothing. Just a couple more turns for the vineyard. You're doing nothing, and you're doing... you're actually going to grow in 5 turns. These 2 are not growing at all, but this guy is. Alright. Let's see if we can take out this guy. And I wish I could find out why I'm not able to export this. Oh shoot, I was going to look at the numbers. I forgot. Let's see. These guys look pretty tough again. Oh wow, we really decimated them with our ranged attacks. But they're still stronger than us. Okay, well you took us out, we'll take you out. Alright, kill another one of his guys, good. Oh, it's gonna be a stalemate. Now we're gonna wipe these guys out now. Alright, there we go. That's gonna break them. It's alright. Should be able to chase the rest of these guys down. A little bit of a stalemate there, but I think we got the upper hand. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, pursue the rest of them. Oh, they had one guy survive, but that's okay. We're going to win the battle. We lost a damn unit again, though. We got money and we got manpower, so we're going to make another unit. We're still 13th best in the world in legacy. Let's see what you guys got. Anything? Seasonal flooding. Great. We got to give this guy a little bit of a chance to recuperate there. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and call that an episode. If I could find out why I can't expert my battles, that'll make me much happier. But anyways, that's a look at Age of Empires. I'm sorry, Field of Glory Empires. Age Empires. Field of Glory Empires. As the Siren. We're gonna dominate. We're gonna take over. We're gonna take over Egypt someday. We are last right now, my friends, but we will come back. We, in the reign of Algemenia. Okay. Right. So yeah. So you put down 8 units again. All right. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, guys.